Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Brews and Reviews. It's Knowledge, and today I'm reviewing Aesop Rock's The Gates and talking about his new track list and album announcement. And I am sipping on a Rogue Dead Guy Ale. That is an ale from Oregon coming in at 6.8%. Really a very complex ale and one of my favorites. So let's get into this complex MC, Aesop Rock. Aesop Rock, this is a monumentous occasion for true hip-hop heads. Aesop is one of the best underground rappers of all time and has the undisputed best vocabulary in rap, coming in even ahead of Shakespeare and the novel Moby Dick. This was an actual study. Look that up. And if you don't know about this man's skills, then do your research. In fact, anyone who says that Aesop Rock is biting ASAP Rocky is immediately banned from ever listening to hip hop again. Get out the game. Go listen to Taylor Swift. You don't know shit about this shit that we love. Aesop does us a favor and not only releases the track list, but he releases the cover art and a single and a video from his upcoming album that's going to be out in November called Spirit World Field Guide. The track list reveals that it's going to be 21 tracks. That's a lot of lyrics from the man that packs in so many lyrics into one single song. The artwork of the album seen here is very intriguing and giving us the bonus of a video for this great track, The Gates. I'm going to say that this dude has always been very visual in what he does. And this video holds true to his legacy, starting off with a very 80s vintage sci-fi type of feel, and then getting into some animation and a theme that really plays into the presumed theme of what we think this album might be about, talking about the Spirit World Field Guide. And given the statement that Aesop released about this album, this may prove to be one of his most conceptual albums yet, and maybe one of his most symbolic, which is really saying a lot from this educated rapper. And his statement really speaks to the fact that this album might be some really otherworldly shit. And that says something for this year, which has been a very grounded and a very real year in the world, in events, in hip hop alike, in dealing with the coronavirus and the Trump era and protests over police brutality. And many hip hop albums have been very real this year and very timely in speaking about these current events, that this album may prove to be some kind of escapism or some kind of fantasy to distract from the current chaotic climate, something that we really all need right now. The album is slated to be produced entirely by Aesop himself, and this first track, The Gates, is definitely produced by him in his signature off-kilter but banging style of beat. From the first verse, you know that he's with it, you know he's inspired, and he's bringing it. Not only is he spitting very rapid fire, but he remains unique in his delivery and even unique for himself, given this long that he's had in the game. There's tons of symbolism and imagery packed into this almost 4-minute song. Really, given the amount of lyrics that he spits, it could be much longer. And there's a theme presenting itself of nature, but not only nature, but a theme of being dead and crossing over into some other realm. But he also references his experience in life, and not only has he seen it all in life, he expresses, but that he's even seen all that maybe death could have to offer. So even death has nothing for him, which he explains on lines like this, where he says, "It's sci-fi, red tide, my high and by make record time. I got 3, 2, 1, desensitize. No lie, tell death he could get in line. Aesop is waiting for no one. He's a slave to no one, not even death. He could get in line behind all the dark shit that this man could think of himself. With these lines, he's saying that he's colder and darker than death itself, and we'll hear this theme throughout this particular track. The chorus is adequate for this song, and he continues spitting rapid fire, and he's also saying he's at the gates, so what's up? Like death has nothing to offer him. It's no surprise. What's up? And this includes a way pitched down sample for the greatest album of all time, which you may be able to tell my feelings on that by my background and the record I always have hanging up in Wu-Tang. He's got the pitched down Raekwon voice from The Mystery of Chess Boxing saying straight up and down, don't even bother. On the second verse, he shows how he's got the biggest vocabulary in rap when he says, triglodyte, I might split the blinds. I'm like Vincent Van with that instant rice. I write cryptograms at all waking hours. I tattoo the mail and all paper towels. A troglodyte, I had to look that up, is a hermit, and he creates perfect imagery with this hermit himself splitting the blinds or looking out at the natural world. And then he brings up the classic introvert, Vincent van Gogh, and one of his lesser known paintings, which is of a man cooking rice, all to show that Aesop is this introvert, very similar to Vincent, and the albums that he dropped are lesser known, but the most artistic. With saying that he writes cryptograms at all hours, he's showing again how nocturnal he is and how he stays up late and he shies away from the normal society to wake in the morning and sleep at night, something that he brings up throughout the song. But not only that, in a very creative way, he says that he'll write on anything, just grab whatever's nearby and put his lyrics on it. And that's what he's talking about by saying that he tattoos the mail or paper towels. I love the imagery that he creates there. In the third verse, he continues to talk about how he withdraws from society, and you start to realize, or at least wonder at this point, if maybe this is the field guide for survival, in that withdrawing from society is maybe how he survives the modern pandemic and the coronavirus and otherworldly problems, and that his introversion is really the key to surviving in this kind of environment, along with his infinity to be disengaged and closer to death in some opinions of what other people may consider living. And in this third verse, he also comments critically on the modern rap era. He says, touche from our killjoys who know humanoids are just hit points. Ain't cop that new heat, that new speaks all pink noise. But it's much deeper than it seems. Not only does he not listen to this new modern rap or this new modern heat, but he disengages from the game completely, from the scene. He doesn't deal with any of these people or his peer group or what they expect him to be. He is truly isolated from everyone. As he says, my dream home has like 10,000 deadbolts and less than no windows. As the home is often a metaphor for the mind, he wants to be locked inside his own head and not deal with this society. And again, this may be the field guide for survival in that he is already withdrawn. He already had the key before this pandemic hit. After jam-packing 1, 2, 3 verses with all kinds of lyrics, metaphors, and symbolism that we don't all quite get, he ends each line with, I mean, like, come on, you get it? And it's something ironic And it's dark humor and a little self-deprecating irony after spitting these dense verses that he knows people aren't going to get right off the bat. But this also plays into the theme of the song that he's alone, he's isolated. No, we don't quite know what you mean. No, we don't quite get this obscure shit that you're packing into these lyrics. He is truly separated from not only the rest of the world, but his key listeners. I mean, dude, come on, is what he's saying very ironically at the end of each verse. Aesop Rock is a lyrical genius, and he proves it on this track. He's not swayed by modern trends or even current events. He's going to do him. Always rife with obscure lyricism, this may be his most lyrically dense track in a while, if not ever. Sometimes I just appreciate the beauty of the imagery and the words that an artist packs in, even if I don't completely get their point or what they're trying to say. And while I do understand a lot of this and what he's trying to get across, I know that I don't understand everything that he was truly going for, and that in itself is a benefit for the song and the longevity of it. In an era where music is completely disposable, he's making a track, one song that you could literally listen to for years before deciphering it completely. And that to me makes Aesop Rock a great lyricist, and I am really looking forward to his album. I'll be deciphering this track until November. That's why he gave us so long between now and the album drop to try to get what he's really speaking on this particular track and video that he dropped. Thank you for watching my review of Aesop Rock's The Gates. If you enjoyed this, please hit like now and go ahead and hit me up in the comments. If you didn't like it, also let me know why in the comments. I will respond. You can subscribe to my channel. The link is popping up over here. And you can also click on some other videos that are popping up on the other side. I drop hip-hop and hops-related content consistently. So until I see you next time, keep buzzing.